Alright guys, so this is one of my all-time favorite tricks, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So basically, we can mix up the deck just a little bit, and I just want the spectator to go ahead and pick out any 3 cards that they want. So they could go ahead, if I had a spectator, they could go ahead and pick out any 3 cards in the deck. So let's say they picked the 10 of hearts, the king of hearts, and the 6 of clubs. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something about my favorite number, which is the number 14. It's sort of a lucky number to me because I was 14 years old when I started this channel, and now this channel is really great thanks to all you guys. But also, I'm going to tell you something about 14. It's a magical number. See, what we're going to do is we're going to take the values of the random cards that you chose, and we're going to count all the way up to 14. So for example, we'll do 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we're going to place the card down and set the deck on top of it, okay? So we still have 2 more cards here to deal with, so we can either use the 6 or the king, so let's just use the 6 first. It's their choice. So we're going to count up to 14 from 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Place that 6 in, and set the deck on top. King is actually 13, so we're just gonna deal 1 card for 14 and set the deck right on top of the king, just like that. So now we have these 3 cards face up in the middle of the deck, and they're actually all next to certain cards. An ace, another ace, and a 3rd ace. Now, there's still 1 more ace within this deck. So let's do something completely impossible. Let's add up the values of the 3 freely selected cards that the spectator chose. So if we add all of those cards up without the aces, I just mean the 3 freely selected cards. If we add these 3 cards up, it actually adds up to 29. So let's count 29 cards down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. The 29th card. The Ace of Spades. Alright guys, so like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite tricks. Mostly because it's a mathematical card trick, and also just because of how simple it is. I just love how it works. I honestly don't really know the mathematical reason for why it works, but just the number 14, it'll just work every single time. But I'm gonna tell you how to set up the aces in the deck for this to work. Okay, so one thing that you're gonna need is a deck of 52 cards, including the aces, without the jokers, okay? So I have a deck of 52 cards here, including these 4 aces. It has to be exactly 52 cards, or else this trick will not work, okay? So now I'm going to tell you how to set up the 4 aces in the deck. So first you're going to need 4 aces. You can also do any 4 of a kind you want. So I'm going to tell you how to set them up. So I take 2 random aces, and I set both of those on top of the deck, just like this. So we have 2 aces on top of the deck, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have another ace. And now, from this bottom half, I'm actually going to count 8 cards, and we're going to place the Ace of Spades in the 8th position. So including this ace, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have to put the Ace of Spades right there in the 8th position. So now if you count from the bottom, including this ace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you will land on the Ace of Spades, and that is what you want. Okay, so once you have the aces set up in the deck, you are all set and ready to go. So you can do a couple of false shuffles or false cuts. I just did a false cut in the beginning. All I did was I had a break under the cards, and then I just kind of reset the cards so that they were back in the place where they needed to be. Any sort of false cut that you want, it really doesn't matter. Just sort of make sure it looks mixed up. Now, the best part of this trick is the spectator can really pick any 3 cards, but they cannot be any of the aces. So they have to be 3 cards from the middle of the deck, and you can urge them to do this by just spreading out the middle of the deck, and then they will be sort of forced to pick any 3 cards. And you can also just say, pick any 3 cards from the middle of the deck. So that will make sure that they won't pick the top or bottom cards. So once they pick 3 cards, so let's just say they're these 3 cards, they are a completely free choice. That is the best part of this trick. So we have 5 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and the 6 of spades, for example. So once you have the 3 cards, this is the only sleight of hand that you're going to be able to do, is a push-off pinky break with the top card, which is an ace. That's all you have to do, is that move. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing over the card, the top card, with my thumb. And I'm going to be using my middle finger here to kind of lift up the card, and then I'm going to take my pinky and sort of put it in there as I put these fingers on top of the card. So now I have obtained a pinky break, just like this. So I push off the card, lift it up, kind of just readjust and get my pinky right under the card, so it is separated from the rest of the deck. And you have to do this as you gather the 3 cards together. So I'm going to gather the cards, and I'm going to do a push-off pinky break just like this. But they're not going to notice, because they're going to watch these 3 cards getting picked up. So now once you have a break under the card, you're going to take the 3 cards, set them on top of the deck, and then you're going to take all the cards from the pinky break. So what you've just done is taken that ace along with it. But you're going to have the cards squared up, and they're not going to be able to notice this. So now you're going to explain the number 14. And yes, you have to use the number 14, because that's like the mathematical trick of this card trick. So basically, you could make up reasons why number 14 is special to you, or why it has meaning. And if you can't really think of anything, you can just say 14 is a magical number. So now explain to the spectator that you're going to count to 14 from the value of the freely selected card. So for example, we'll use 5 because they chose 5, and you're going to deal off cards with your thumb, 1 card for each number, so 5, and you're just going to count up to 14 from the card. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you just deal cards with your thumb. Now you're going to take all these 4 cards right here, and you're actually just going to place them on top of the deck. Just drop them on the deck. Take the top card, the 5 in this case, set it on top, and then take the deck and slap it right on top of the card. And now you're pretty much done. All you have to do now is pretty much just self-working. So you can mix up the next 2 cards, and they can start with whichever one they want. So let's just say they want to use the 6 first. So now you're going to deal down, counting up to 14 from 6. So you're going to do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Take the card that you just counted with and set the deck right on top of it, just like this. And now you're left with the 5, so you're going to count to 14 from 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Put the 5 in and set the deck on top, okay? Now you're going to spread through the cards until you reach the first face-up card. You're going to take the face-up card with the card to the right of it. That's going to be the ace. So keep spreading, and make sure to not disturb the order of the deck as you're doing this. So like, don't cut cards to the top or anything like that. Just take the card to the right of the face-up card and set it down on the table with the face-up card, just like this. And now, if you have 52 cards, and if you set up the cards correctly, and if you did all the stuff correctly, you should have 3 aces just like this. So now, it just mathematically works out that if you don't disturb the order of the deck, just make sure you keep the deck how it is. If you add up the values of the 3 freely selected cards, so 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 6 is 16, the ace will be in that position. So in this case, it's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It will always work, no matter what cards you choose, and you just have to have 52 cards, 4 aces, and set them up in the right way. And this trick will work every single time. It's completely foolproof. You have no gimmicks. That's why I really like this trick. And most people don't like mathematical card tricks because, oh, they're just for beginners or something. That's completely not true. So go out, perform this trick. If you didn't get anything, be sure to rewind the video so you get all the stuff. And stay tuned for more videos coming soon. So see you guys next time. Bye.